Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out Warhammer 40K Best Quotes Part 2 by Naturally RP Voiceover. Yes guys, I really loved the first part we checked out from his channel of his Best Quotes series. I thought that was fantastic. He does a phenomenal job of delivering these lines with emotion, and man, I really was excited to check out more, and I know you guys have been asking me to continue on with that series, check out more of his parts, so that's what I'm here to do today, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. But before we do, got some news. I did get a PO box, in fact, so if you guys want to send me anything, feel free to get those details. It's in the channel description. If you go to my YouTube channel description, it should be in there. You should see the PO box there if you guys are interested in that. Yes, and also another thing, the stream we usually do on Saturday night, this week it's going to be moved to Sunday. I did forget, I blundered. I do actually have plans Saturday night, unfortunately, so we will be moving those plans forward today to Sunday instead. Sunday, same time, 6 p.m. Yeah guys, just so you guys know for the future. Now you guys can't be mad at me. I let you guys know. I made a post about it on my channel too, but in case you didn't catch that, here it is in the video. Can't be mad. Now, yeah guys, without any further delay, leave a like, subscribe for more content from me, and leave your recommendations, of course, down in the comments below. Big shout out to all of our members, all of our Hastati. I appreciate you guys. You guys inspire me to make more content for you guys every day. And with that guys, let's get into part 2 of Warhammer 40K Best Quotes by Naturally RP Voiceover. Yes guys. I'm going to turn on captions here just because I don't know if he has them on.
I'm the hand of Gork and Morg.
Ooh.
They sent me to rouse up the boys, to crush and kill, because the boys forgot what they're here for.
So this is Gazgal Mark Urk Tharka. That's a mouthful, but obviously orc name, I could figure out this was an orc right away, and I have to say, holy shit, he's got a really good orc voice. I'm gonna restart that, but what a great orc voice. Garzkal Meg Urk Tharka Wa. Okay, so he's rousing up the boys for a Wa. Okay.
I'm the hand of Gork and Morg.
Wow.
They sent me to rouse up the boys, to crush and kill, because the boys forgot what they're here for.
Ooh.
I was one of the boys till the gods smashed me in the head, and I remembered that orcs is meant to conquer and make slaves of everything they don't kill.
Wow.
I'm the prophet of the Wa, and whole worlds burn in my blueprints. On Armageddon, I led the boys through the fire deserts and smashed the Hermes metal cities to scrap.
Wow.
I fought Yarrick, Old One Eye at Tartarus, and he fought good, but we smashed his city too.
So I usually am not a fan of the voice modulation. That's just a personal thing of mine. However, I will say for the orc voice that he's doing right now, it kind of goes hard. I really like it. Now, normally, again, I'm not a big fan of voice modulation when it comes to the voiceovers. That's just, again, personal preference of mine. That doesn't make it bad by any means, but this one goes really fucking hard. I'm really liking his Garzkal fucking impersonation here, I guess. His voice for that. Wow.
And he fought good.
Really intense.
He smashed his city too. I'm deaf to anything that walks or crawls. Where I go, nothing stands in my way. We crushed the stunties on Golgotha, and we caught Old One Eye where the speed freaks blew the Hermes big tons to bits. I let him go, because good enemies is hard to find. And orcs need enemies to fight, like they need meat to eat and grog to drink.
Wow.
Eyes more cunning than a grot, and more killy than a dread. The boys that follow me can't be beat.
Holy.
On Piscina, we jumped the Marine boys, and our boss bowls was covered in the helmets we took from the dead uns. We burned their fort and killed their bosses, and left nothing but ruins behind. I'm Warlord Garzkal Magorek Thraka, and I speak with the word of the gods. We're gonna stomp the universe flat and kill anything that fights back. We're gonna do this, cause we're orcs.
And we's the best.
Made
Oh.
Fight and win.
Wow. That was a great one, I have to say. I really, really like his orc voices. That was super, super good. Wow. That one kind of blew me away a little bit. Again, Chris Tester here. I believe, Naturally RP. I'm pretty sure Chris Tester. He's phenomenal. He does such a fucking phenomenal job at these voiceovers, and I just have to say, like, again, props to him, because wow. The first one was a lot longer. There was an hour and a half. This one's only 25 minutes, but again, such quality. I can see why he gets hired to do so many Warhammer works, because, like, holy shit, the emotion he puts into it, the vocabulary, it's fantastic. His pronunciation, absolutely awesome. This is Horus Lupercal, Let the Galaxy Burn. Okay. This is a pretty famous one.
I never wanted this. I never wanted to unleash my legions. Together, we banished the ignorance of Old Night. But you betrayed me. You betrayed us all. You stole power from the gods and lied to your sons. Mankind has only one chance to prosper. If you will not seize it, then I will.
Wow.
So let it be war.
And very interesting to see how Horus saw it.
To the galactic rim. Let the seas boil. Let the stars burn. Though it takes the last drop of my blood, I will see the galaxy freed once more. And if I cannot save it from your failure, Father, then let the galaxy burn.
Wow. That's obviously a classic. We've seen that one before. The Galaxy Burn, yeah. It's just always interesting to see, like, the thought process of Horus at that time, because he's so fucking lost. If I can't save it, if I can't have it my way, then fuck it, the galaxy's gonna burn, and that's just how it's gonna be. And I don't give a shit who is involved, who gets hurt. Nah, that's just how it's gonna be. Goddamn. I always love hearing that speech.
We were faithful. I watched.
This is Constantine Valid, or oh wow, this will be cool to see.
You. I saw the dangers in you from the start, and witnessed the way you fought and acted and quarreled, and still I said nothing. If there had been a time to question an order, perhaps it was then. But the moment passed, and your great success came soon afterward. I'll be honest now, for you have been honest with me. I did not believe you would ever be that deadly. I saw how swiftly you conquered worlds and said to myself, perhaps this is why you were made in the way you were. That was your great victory. You became untouchable. But now we see the errors implicit in your forging.
And again, such a range of emotions, such a range of dialogue for Naturally RP here. Wow. I love how he can go from, you know, Horus Lupercal, where he's angry, he's gritting his teeth, and then you see the other side of him where he's delivering like a serious, sorrowful line with such like emotion in his voice. And his range is fucking fantastic. I really love the voice acting work he does. Goddamn.
We see the errors implicit in your forging.
Wow.
I should have spoken earlier. By the time war came to this place, the moment had passed and we were all trapped by our fate. You say that the defense of the tunnels was doomed? Perhaps. I have fought in other wars more than you will ever know that were also doomed, and they always played some part in his pattern. I still cleave to that. The only element that could not be accounted for was you.
True. That is facts, to be honest. Wow. Rogaldorn and Sigismund, you have betrayed me from the Crimson Fist. Wow. I haven't heard this one, I don't think.
You betrayed me. We were made to serve. That is our purpose.
Every Primarch, every son of a Primarch exists to serve the Imperium. Our existence has no other meaning. Our choices are not our own. Our fate is not ours to choose. Your will is mine, and through me the Emperor's. I trusted you, and you squandered that trust on pride and superstition. I stand with you. I will stand against the enemies of the Imperium until I die. You believe the lies of a charlatan, a demagogue who pretends to powers we fought to free humanity from. I gave you a duty, and you turned away from it. Your duty is not here. It was out amongst the stars.
Wow.
I serve the Imperium. You serve your own pride. My lord, you will stand. You have no right to kneel before me. My life is yours, my lord. Take it. No. No. The Imperium will endure. But you have made your decision. There will be no easy end for you. None will ever know of what you have done. I will not allow your fear and pride to sow doubt in our ranks.
Wow.
Your shame will be yours to bear alone. You will continue in rank and position as you have, and you will never speak to any other of this. The Legion and the Imperium will never know of my judgment. Your duty will be to never let your weakness taint those who have more strength and honor than you. As you will, Father. I am not your father!
Wow. Holy shit.
Whatever the future holds.
Again, I just want credence to the emotion that he can display there. But that was kind of a funny line. You are not my son. I am not your father. Like, wow, goddamn. Just a funny line to hear is all. But wow, this is a great back and forth here.
Future holds. You never will be.
Wow. And again, Dorn and Sigismund, I've not really seen anything of them specifically, so I don't have a lot of context to back this one up behind, but this is a fucking fantastic speech. I can't wait till we actually, view some more of the Primarchs and figure this one out, see for ourselves. Fulgrim and Rogal Dorn, you're the one who... Didn't catch that. You're the one who dies here from Saturnine by Dan Abnett. Okay. Same guy who writes Gaunt's Ghosts. Probably a lot of other books.
Your pretty wall is broken, Rogal. Your famous fortress is undone. You are a man in a broken tower. You stand so proud and so defiant, ignoring the fact the tower is falling around you. So silent, Rogal. No words of denial. No pleading for me to change my foolish ways and come back to you. Or you can tell me it's not too late. You can promise me sweet forgiveness.
Deeds are my words.
Always. You were never a wit. Never one for fine conversation. Are you really not going to try and convince me that I have made a mistake? Talk me back into the fold where I can make amends?
No.
Wow.
I'm just going to kill you.
How are you now? How bold. How empty. Look around. I said look around, look. See what's happening, Rogal. Your tower is tumbling down. No more running to Daddy crying, look what I've built. It took you years to make this, and in one night, I roll down upon you, crack your shield, and build a foothold.
Look, I don't have to. I see it all.
Or what?
I see your siege machines burning at the foot of the wall. I see your sonic weapons silenced. I see your host, foolishly committed in its entirety, pouring into a run of wall that can be held by a force a tenth that size.
Wow.
And it is held by a force a tenth that size. You have no foothold.
Wow. So very interesting here. Like, because Fulgrim is obviously, I hear a lot of you guys call Fulgrim a bitch, for lack of a better word. He sounds kind of bitchy here, and obviously he's talking to Rogal Dorn, this is a fortress world that he has built up, and you know, he's silly to think like, yeah, you might like have a breach in the wall, you might have some troops in there, but you're not getting anywhere with it, you know what I mean? So he's coming there like pleading, expecting forgiveness. It's like Rogel's going there with the fucking perspective of, bro, you're not winning. Like, you know what I mean? You might think you are, but you're totally not. We got to force a tenth of the size holding, you know? If reinforcements show up, even if they don't, we can keep this going for a long fucking time. Like, you know what I mean? Wow.
I have.
No. You're a fine fighter, but a poor strategist. You've let yourself be used as a distraction. You've let your host be decimated for nothing. You are just a pawn.
It failed.
I'm not trapped here. I'm not under siege today. You are. And that's why I'm going to kill you.
Well, what a mess. It really failed then, the Mornival plan.
It did. They're all dead.
You do fine work.
I wanted a scalp. I wanted his head, Lupercal. But you came instead. A traitor Primarch. And I'll make do with you.
All these things, you know. So very able and informed.
Maybe I'm wrong, but from the sense, or from the perspective of Rogel here, maybe he did try to barter or plea with like some of the brothers he liked. I don't think he likes Fulgrim very clearly, but like, you know, he's like, I wanted the fucking head of Horus. You were a fucking disappointment, Fulgrim. You're not even really worth killing, but the fact that you're here, I suppose I'll make do. That's basically what he's telling them, you know? It's like they sent their worst man. Like, this is disappointing is almost like the perspective, like the telling I'm getting. Like, that's the feeling I'm getting on Rogel's side, I should say.
All these things, you know.
Wow.
So very able and informed. But there are things you don't know. Name one. 1, I can't die. 2, I am sick of all this. 3, I hope our father burns when the time comes. But you won't see that, Rogel.
1, I can't die. That's kind of funny. Wow.
Who dies here.
Wow. Great exchange again. Wow. Fantastic work. Farseer carries of Ulthwi. We cannot fail from Dawn of War, Soulstorm. Okay.
We are like echoes in a cave, or waves upon the water, performing our part every time we are called. We, who have glimpsed into the flow of time, see that it is exactly such a vast confluence, paths uncrossed and recrossed. All are swept along. And we Eldar, masters of hindsight, insight, and foresight, are bound that much more tightly to our duty than the ignorant, the belligerent, the blind. When one truly understands fate as it is, myriad branching paths, then one can truly see that duty is cleaving to a particular fate.
Wow.
And glory is the accomplishment of duty's end. When we are true to the nature of the Eldar, we cannot fail.
Interesting. So a speech from the Eldar there, in a sense. Wow. Conrad Kurz and Lionel Johnson, father has not yet died, from The Lion. Wow, so this is, as of right now, the most voted on for what you guys want me to see on stream on Sunday there, so wow. This will be an interesting one, and obviously Conrad, you know.
At least I knew which of my legions deserved to die. They all did. And I knew that. They called me a fiend because I terrorized worlds.
Yeah.
But you just killed them.
Wow.
My reputation made planets capitulate when they heard my approach. But you dropped from the sky unannounced and burned the very soil to ash. Why is it, brother, that you are a hero and I am a villain simply because I left some wretches alive to talk about me?
I am not a hero. I did what was required of me by the master of mankind, the man I believed knew best.
And also, it's an interesting concept too, because like, yeah, they came down and burned them, but like the way Conrad subjugated his worlds, it's almost better to be dead if you're too fearful to even set foot outside. Because like you think some petty crime, some imaginative crime that you commit, as petty as it could be, you're gonna get fucking hunted down and skinned alive for that. Like, you know, like that's pretty rough. So
I was a necessary part of his plan to unify and save humanity.
More versus like the more practical, this is my fucking duty, this is my job.
Because you enjoyed what you did. And you did it even when you had been ordered not to.
Exactly.
Perhaps Father did his work too well.
You can only blame the Emperor because you refused to take responsibility for your own actions. You like to say that you could see the future.
That is true.
But you let yourself be a slave to it instead of forging your own path. Father has not yet failed. Not while I am still alive to protect this galaxy.
You know nothing of which you speak.
Perhaps. But you are long dead. And I am through bandying words with ghosts.
Wow. That was pretty powerful. Wow. Again, a lot of you guys are voting on Lionel Johnson next for the stream. So I'm sure we're going to see a bit more of that speech, perhaps, or maybe that speech reinterpreted at some point or another. But wow, definitely seems like a decent Primarch for sure. I mean, he seems all right versus like, you know, some of the other ones that we get, like Conrad for sure. Rogel Dorn, our promise.
The war is terrible. War is pain and suffering.
Right.
These are losses, darkness, and death. This is the bitterest of deeds.
He has such a good voice, too.
This is our burden, my sons. We are the creators of war. We create it. We store it in our blood. There won't be a good ending for any of us. There is only war.
Wow.
But where it breaks others, we will stand. Where it brings destruction, we will build. Where it demands sacrifices, we will do it justice. And there is no end to this debt. We fulfill it so that others don't have to endure what only we can endure. This is our promise to humanity.
Wow. Short one there, but that was very good. Wow. That was Rogel Dorn. A promise. Anything I've seen with Rogel Dorn, he does a fantastic job. Again, I'm less a fan of the more modulated ones in general. Usually that's been like more of the Trader Primarchs. Some of it works really, really well, but I think he just has such a great voice naturally. Like it might not even be necessary to modulate it to a degree, you know. That's my only quip with it, but like again, does not take away from it at all. Fantastic on both ends. Wow. This is Gravio Loken and Horus Lupercal. I am your enemy from Vengeful Spirit. Okay.
I didn't want it to come to this.
Don't know much about this one either.
I guarantee that before the sun sets on this war, even if you win, even if I die here, you'll rue the day you ever turned your back on the Emperor. For every planet you take, the Imperium will exact a fearful tally of Chthonian blood. I guarantee that even if you conquer Terra, the fruits of victory will taste like dust in your mouth. I guarantee that if you don't kill me today, you'll meet me again. I will stand against you at every outpost, every wall, and every gate. I will fight you with every sword at my command, with every bolter and every fist. I will fight you with my bare hands. I will fight you with the very rocks of the world you seek to conquer. I will never give up until the sons of Horus are dead and no more than a bad memory.
I wanted you back. Tuamageddon wanted to make you like him.
I told him you would always be a son of Horus. I was never a son of Horus. I was and remain a lunar wolf.
Wow. There it is right there. So I'm guessing that Garvio Loken, I'm guessing that he's probably a higher ranking Astartes member, perhaps is loyal versus is a traitor, right? So this is very interesting to hear, like, the perspective. No, I was a Luna Wolf. I remain a Luna Wolf. I was never a son of Horus, you know? Like, that's some cope right there, you know? That's some bitch shit. So very interesting to see this. Again, I don't know much about the context surrounding this. This obviously has to be 30K, so I'm not too versed in that. But very interesting to see this perspective, and very interesting to see Horus getting talked back to in this way.
Proud son of Chthoniya, a loyal servant of the Emperor, beloved by all. I am your enemy.
Wow. Korn, Kabanda, and Centaur Jewel by his fury from the devastation of Baal by Guy Haley.
Kabanda, face me! In the name of the great angel, fight me! Here I am, Senator Jewel. I will fight you, though you are no Primarch. See how much you are alike to me. Truly, you are Korn's creatures. Join me on a war by my side in an eternity of glorious slaughter. For you who thirst for blood, I offer oceans to slake your need. By his fury? Pathetic. You are nothing compared to your gene sire. By his fury, I shall stand. Fury. Fury is the power Korn gives. Only by his gift do you stand.
That's
now,
not wrong.
Around and take your rightful place at my side. All your line will be mine eventually. Seek my favor. Become first. We delay you, monster. Your power is not so great. Already your host unravels. Your time here is limited. You will still die. I do not care.
That's the thing, like when they invoke, obviously, like a lot of these demons and Primarch demons, traitor Primarchs, once they become there, it's they operate on fear, right? They operate on being feared. But the second you get people that don't fear them or don't take them seriously or see through them in a way, it's like, oh, you'll still die. Brother, I already accepted I'm gonna fucking die. I don't give a shit. That's why I'm here talking to you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just interesting to me. And then they're just like, oh, like, you know, they don't understand.
Still die. I do not care. Sanguinius banished you. I cannot. I come to give you my testament, demon. They call us monsters. Rightfully so. But let it be known to you and your master that it is Sanguinius's fury that gives me strength, not bastard Korn's.
Wow. Resistance is in a person's blood, a shameful truth from Voidstalkers by Aaron Dembski-Bowden.
We rebel.
That was a good one.
Because we couldn't help but rebel. The Imperium's pretended peacefulness is doomed to failure. Order can be maintained only when subjects are afraid of retribution. Control through fear. Peace through fear. We were the weapon that humanity needed, and we still remain them. We're deservedly taking revenge on the Imperium that has retreated from us. We were right to punish those worlds for their sins and threaten those who violated our laws with death. Control by fear. Those systems that we have pacified I think what we did was right.
Wow.
I think it's right that we did everything. A lot of it was true, and was no secret to Talus Valkyran. Kurtz destroyed their homeworld under the influence of melancholy, trying to stop the flow of murderers and rapists aspiring to the Legion, but it was already too late. Most of the Legion was already made up of the same criminal scum from which he wanted to rid humanity. It wasn't a secret or a revelation, just a shameful truth. And yet their war was justified. Appeasement achieved with a crushing blow, and then power based on eternal fear.
Wow.
It worked for a while. The peace that reigned in dozens of conquered systems was beautiful. The population decided to rebel only when the boot stopped pressing on their throats. And in these cases, the conquerors who showed weakness should be blamed, and not the conquered who rebelled. Resistance is in a person's blood. You can't hate the whole human race for this.
Wow. That was a pretty powerful speech, too, I'm not going to lie. Again, I don't have a lot of context for that one, Voidstalker. I haven't seen it. I haven't read it. But, wow, very powerful speech. Resistance is in a person's blood. That's very true to an extent, and we see it many times in 40K for why they would think that's true. Wow. Lorgar and Gilliman here. Wow. Our loyalty is blood from no fear. Dan Abnett.
This has nothing to do with our enmity, Rabute, except that it affords me the opportunity to avenge my honor on you and your ridiculous toy soldiers. That is just a delicious bonus. No, this is the Ushkulthra. Kauf is the Ushkulthra. The offering. It is the sunrise of the new galaxy. A new order. You're rambling, you bastard. The galaxy is changing, Rabute.
You're rambling. That's awesome.
Down.
They do ramble on a lot.
Down will be up. Our father will be tossed out of his throne. He will fall down, and no one will put him back together again. Lorgar, you listen to me, Rabute. You think you're so clever, so wise, so informed. But this has started already. It's already underway. The galaxy is turning on its head. You will die, and our father will die, and so will all the others, because you are all too stupid to see the truth.
Wow.
Listen to me, Rabute. Listen to me. The Imperium is finished. It is falling. It is going to burn. Our father is done. His malicious dreams are over. Horus is rising. Horus Lupercal is rising, Rabute. You have no idea of his ability. He is above us all. We stand with him, or we perish entirely. You shit, Lorgar. Are you drugged? Are you mad? What kind of insanity is Horus? Horus what? He's rising.
That's fucking awesome. That's such a fucking funny line. You shit, you drugs. What? Horse, what? He's rising. What? Hold on, we gotta watch that again. That's fucking awesome.
You have no idea.
That's so funny.
He is above us all.
I know it's supposed to be serious, but that's just such a funny back and forth.
You shit, Lorgar.
You shit.
What kind of insanity is Horus? Horus what? He's rising. He's coming. He will kill anyone who stands in his way.
Wow.
He will rule. He will be what the Emperor could never be. Horus would never turn. If any of us turned, the others would. Horus has risen against our cruel and abusive parent, Rabute.
Wow.
And you will die with greater peace.
This is when he first finds it out.
Horus Lupercal has come to overthrow the imperial corruption and punish the abuser. It's already happening. And Horus is not alone. I am with him, sworn and true. So is Fulgrim, Angron, Patarabo, Magnus, Mortarion, Kurtz, Alfarius. Your loyalty is and paper, Rabute. Our Loyalty is blood. You're lying. You're dying. You stand 5 burns. Brothers are dead already. Dead? Who are Terrace Manus, Corax, Vulcan? All dead and gone, slaughtered like pigs. These are all lies. Look at me, Reboot. You know that they are not.
Lorgar doesn't lie. Or he does lie.
You've studied every one of us. You know our strengths and our failings. Theoretical, Reboot. Theoretical. You know that this is possible. You know from the very facts that this is a possible outcome. And whatever you think of me, Reboot, whatever your opinion, and I know it is about as low as it can be, you know I'm not a stupid man. I would betray my brother and exterminate you and the Ultramarines because you are the only force left in the Emperor's camp that can possibly stop Horus.
Wow.
You are too dangerous to live. And I am here to make sure that you do not. I am here to remove you from the game, Reboot.
Either you're insane or the galaxy has gone mad. Whichever, I'm coming for you, and I will put you and your heathen killers down. Excommunicate traitores. You'll not have any opportunity to reflect upon the monstrosity of this crime.
Wow.
Reboot, I can always rely on you to sound like a giant, pompous arsehole. Come and get me. We'll see who burns first.
Wow. Wow, guys, that was awesome again. Warhammer 40K Best Quotes, Part 2 by Naturally RP Voiceover. What a fantastic, bunch of quotes there, as always. I thought that was great. He does a phenomenal job, Naturally RP, of doing these works. And again, it's not hard to see why he gets these professional voice acting gigs, because he does such a phenomenal job. I can see in Warhammer 40K, I can see Age of Sigmar, hell, even a lot of other works, I'm sure probably gets a lot of it done, because wow, he does fantastic work. And again, I really can't recommend this enough to anyone looking to go look into some of the quotes. Again, I don't have the most context behind all of them, but again, just to hear them play out, kind of get a little bit of a teasing on some of these specific individuals, I think that's awesome to see. So yeah, big shout out to everybody who told me to go watch Part 2. That's awesome to see. I love that. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe for more content from me, and leave your recommendations, of course, down in the comments below. If you guys want to send me anything, of course, I have that PO box now. Check the channel description, or I'll probably post it in the video description down below. And big shout out to all of our members, of course, all the Hastati out there. I appreciate you guys. You guys inspired me to make more content every day. And of course, come join our Discord. Join our Legion today, guys. I love discussing with you guys there, and I love interacting with you guys there on that level. So come on down, join our Discord, of course. But yes, without any further delay, this has been Centurion, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace, guys.